Welcome back to my YouTube channel, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins, uncovering stories of history, mistakes, and astonishing fortunes hidden in what many would consider everyday currency. And today we are about to explore a truly extraordinary find that has left collectors and numismatists around the world completely stunned: the 1996 AD 1-cent coin. A coin that may seem ordinary at first glance, but holds an unbelievable secret that has skyrocketed its value to a jaw-dropping $43 million, and the story behind this coin is as intriguing as the coin itself, so sit back and get ready for a journey through minting errors, collectible rarity, and the sheer unpredictability of the coin market. The 1996 AD penny originates from the Denver Mint, part of the Lincoln Cent series, a series that has circulated for decades and is one of the most familiar coins in American currency. But what sets this particular 1996 D coin apart from the millions of other pennies produced that year is the series of errors and anomalies that make it an extraordinary collectible. First, we must understand the nature of minting errors, because while pennies are produced in the billions, only a tiny fraction ever carry mistakes significant enough to attract attention from collectors, and errors can occur in various forms, from die cracks, double strikes, misaligned dies, to the infamous off-center strikes. And in the case of the 1996 D penny, it is believed that a combination of die errors and striking mistakes led to a coin that is not only visually distinct but also historically significant. One of the most prominent features of this coin is the die clash, a phenomenon that occurs when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a planchet in between, causing the design from one side of the coin to be faintly impressed on the other. This creates a ghost-like appearance of Lincoln's portrait or the Lincoln Memorial on the opposite side. And in the 1996 D penny, collectors have noted particularly clear and dramatic die clashes that make the coin appear almost like a double image, giving it a surreal and highly desirable quality. Additionally, there are reports of repunched mint marks on certain specimens, meaning that the D mint mark was stamped more than once, slightly off-center, creating a layered or shadowed effect. This repunching is extremely rare and significantly increases the coin's value because it indicates a mistake that was not caught during quality control. Another striking feature of some 1996 AD pennies is the occurrence of double die errors, particularly on the obverse, where Lincoln's facial features, the date, or the lettering show signs of doubling. These double dies happen during the preparation of the die itself, long before the coins are struck, and coins bearing these errors are often considered key pieces in numismatic collections due to the difficulty of identifying and the uniqueness of each double die. Beyond these technical minting anomalies, there are also environmental factors to consider. Some 1996 D pennies were struck on planchets that were improperly prepared, leading to anomalies such as uneven surfaces, lamination errors, or off-metal compositions. These errors, though less dramatic visually, contribute to the rarity and allure of the coin because they represent a deviation from the standardized minting process and serve as a tangible piece of mint history. And when you combine all these errors, the die clashes, the double dies, the repunched mint marks, and the flawed planchets, you get a coin that is not only visually striking but also historically rich, telling a story of the intricate, high-speed, and sometimes imperfect process of minting coins at one of the largest mints in the world. The rarity of the 1996 AD penny cannot be overstated. While millions of Lincoln cents were minted in 1996, only a handful exhibit the combination of errors significant enough to elevate them into the ultra-rare category sought after by top-tier collectors and investors, and rarity is the key driver behind its astronomical value, because in the world of coin collecting, supply is everything, and when only a few specimens exist with the exact errors present on the 1996 AD penny, competition among collectors drives the price to unprecedented levels, with offers reportedly reaching up to $43 million, a figure that seems almost unreal for a coin that normally would circulate for 1 cent, yet this is the power of numismatics, where history, rarity, and error converge to create a masterpiece of value. Another aspect that makes this coin particularly captivating is the story behind its discovery. Many of these rare coins are found by everyday people, sometimes in pocket change, sometimes in old coin rolls purchased from banks, or occasionally through estate sales. And the thrill of stumbling upon such a coin is part of the allure. The 1996 D penny reminds collectors that even in the modern era, with millions of coins produced every day, surprises can still emerge, creating opportunities for ordinary individuals to hold pieces of history that are virtually priceless. And this element of chance, combined with the detailed study required to identify errors correctly, creates a fascinating dynamic in the numismatic world where knowledge, patience, and a keen eye can literally turn pocket change into millions. It's also important to highlight the grading factor in determining value, as not all 1996 AD pennies are worth millions, only those that are authenticated and graded by professional services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, can reach the highest valuations. Factors such as mint state condition, luster, clarity of errors, and absence of post-mint damage play crucial roles in how much a coin can fetch at auction or private sale. For example, a 1996 AD penny with pristine die clashes and double die errors, graded at MS67 or higher, would command a far higher premium than one with the same errors but showing signs of circulation wear, and this attention to detail emphasizes the combination of artistry, technical precision, and preservation that defines the numismatic market. The historical context of the 1996 AD penny adds yet another layer to its appeal. Minted during the Clinton administration, a period marked by both economic expansion and technological innovation, this penny not only represents a monetary unit but also a slice of American history, reflecting the design sensibilities of the late 20th century and the continuity of the Lincoln cent series that has endured for over a century. For collectors, owning such a coin is not merely about monetary value but also about holding a tangible connection to the past. A coin that encapsulates errors, anomalies, and human oversight, all frozen in copper-plated zinc and destined to become a legend in numismatic circles. And the story does not end with the errors themselves. The market dynamics and collector psychology play an enormous role in the valuation, as news of such a rare find spreads, demand skyrockets, creating bidding wars and making each coin a centerpiece in private collections, investment portfolios, and even museum exhibits. The 1996 AD penny's combination of rarity, historical context, and visually striking errors creates a trifecta that elevates it above ordinary coins and into the realm of legendary collectibles. Moreover, the study of such coins has educational value as well, providing insights into minting techniques, quality control measures, and the evolution of coin production technology. Numismatists, both professional and amateur, can analyze the 1996 AD penny to understand the small but fascinating ways in which human error and mechanical limitations intersect, resulting in unique artifacts that are both aesthetically and historically valuable. This coin also sparks curiosity and encourages meticulous examination of coins in everyday circulation, because the possibility exists that another rare minting error could be hiding in a box of change, waiting to be discovered, thus fueling the excitement and passion that drives the coin collecting community year after year. In conclusion, the 1996 AD 1 cent coin is a perfect example of how a seemingly simple object, produced by the millions and often taken for granted, can become a treasure of immense value due to a confluence of minting errors, historical context, rarity, and collector demand. The die clashes, double dies, repunched mint marks, and flawed planches all contribute to its allure, making it a coin that commands attention, study, and staggering prices in the marketplace. At an estimated value of $43 million, it represents not only a financial opportunity but also a tangible connection to the history of coin production, the art of numismatics, and the enduring fascination humans have with mistakes turned into treasures. So whether you are a seasoned collector, a casual hobbyist, or someone intrigued by the extraordinary potential of ordinary objects, the story of the 1996 AD penny serves as a reminder that beauty, rarity, and fortune can sometimes be found in the most unexpected places, and that every coin. Next, 2003 AD 1 cent USA coin. Today, we are diving into one of the most fascinating stories in modern coin collecting, a story that will leave you amazed and perhaps even checking your pocket change, because we are talking about the astonishing 2003 AD 1 cent coin. A seemingly ordinary penny that has shocked the coin market and numismatic community by being valued at a staggering $44 million due to its extraordinary errors, mistakes, and unique characteristics that make it one of the most sought-after coins in recent history. Now, when we talk about pennies, most people think of them as the least valuable coins in circulation, a mere cent in worth, often overlooked and discarded without a second thought. Yet the 2003 AD penny is a shining example of how errors and anomalies in coin production can transform the most ordinary piece of metal into an object of immense rarity and astronomical value. And today we will explore every aspect of what makes this coin so special, from the minting errors to the potential collector value and the fascinating possibilities behind its scarcity. The story begins with the minting process itself at the Denver Mint in 2003, where the US Mint struck billions of pennies for general circulation, each one produced with exacting specifications. Yet in the case of the 2003 OD penny, something went incredibly wrong during production, leading to a coin that was far from ordinary and has since become the holy grail for collectors worldwide. One of the most notable and discussed errors on this coin is the off-center strike, where the design of the penny, including the iconic Lincoln portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, was not perfectly aligned with the metal planchet, resulting in a coin where parts of the design are missing or shifted in an unusual way. This type of error is extremely rare in modern coinage because of the highly automated and precise minting technology employed in the 21st century, making any occurrence of an off-center strike not only visually striking but also extraordinarily valuable. Additionally, some of these 2003 OD pennies show doubling in the design, known as double die errors, which occur when the die used to strike the coin has a misalignment during its own production, causing a ghostly second impression of the design to appear on the coin. Collectors highly prize such double die coins because they are not only rare but also require a keen eye to detect, often turning a penny that would otherwise be worth 1 cent into a piece valued in the millions. Another contributing factor to the 2003 OD penny's immense value is the occurrence of die cracks and planchet flaws, where tiny fissures in the die or imperfections in the metal blank lead to raised lines, bumps, or other anomalies on the coin's surface, each of which adds a layer of uniqueness to every individual specimen. While many pennies may show minor variations, the combination of multiple errors on a single 2003 OD coin, such as an off-center strike combined with die cracks and double die features, exponentially increases its rarity and desirability among collectors. What makes the 2003 OD penny even more fascinating is the story behind its discovery, as most of these errors remained unnoticed for years, often found in loose change, forgotten coin rolls, or the change jars of unsuspecting individuals, which adds a thrilling element of chance and treasure hunting to the narrative. Imagine someone buying a soda or a pack of gum, reaching into their pocket, and pulling out a coin that is suddenly worth millions. This is the allure and excitement that has made the 2003 OD penny such a legendary piece in the coin collecting world. Beyond the physical errors, there is also the matter of grading and authentication, which plays a critical role in determining the coin's market value. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC evaluate coins based on condition, rarity, and quality, assigning grades that can range from poor to the pristine mint state, and a 2003 OD penny with significant errors that is graded at a high mint state can fetch astronomical sums because collectors and investors alike are willing to pay a premium for coins that are not only rare but also in exceptional condition. This aspect cannot be overstated, as even coins with similar errors can vary dramatically in value depending on their grade, and a single well-preserved 2003 OD penny with multiple errors can easily surpass the $44 million mark in auctions or private sales. Another intriguing aspect contributing to the value of the 2003 OD penny is the limited number of surviving specimens in the market. While millions of pennies were struck in 2003, only a handful exhibit the kinds of errors and anomalies that make them truly collectible, and this scarcity drives competition among collectors, dealers, and investors, creating a market where demand far exceeds supply and the value skyrockets as a result. There is also the psychological and historical element, as coins like the 2003 OD penny serve as tangible reminders of minting history, human error, and the fascinating interplay between chance and precision in the creation of everyday objects. The fact that such a small, seemingly insignificant object can transform into a multi-million-dollar collectible challenges our perception of value and makes the hunt for rare coins endlessly compelling. In addition to off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, and planchet flaws, some 2003 OD pennies display what numismatists call broad strikes or clip planchets, where the coin blank was improperly fed into the press, causing unusual shapes or extra metal spreading that further increases the coin's uniqueness and collectability. These types of errors, while subtle at first glance, are carefully studied by experts and catalogued in error guides, and their presence on a coin can make a significant difference in both historical significance and market value. The 2003 OD penny also exemplifies how a modern coin, produced in the era of advanced minting technology, can still harbor extraordinary surprises, reminding collectors that no matter how precise the production process, human oversight, equipment wear, and rare coincidences can lead to remarkable outcomes that capture the imagination and interest of collectors worldwide. Furthermore, the 2003 AD penny has become emblematic of the broader trend in numismatics where modern eras can rival or even surpass older, historically significant coins in monetary value, illustrating that rarity, uniqueness, and condition can outweigh age in determining worth. This makes the story of the 2003 AD penny not just about one coin but about the excitement, unpredictability, and thrill of coin collecting as a whole, encouraging collectors of all levels to pay attention to the details, study error patterns, and maintain a sense of curiosity and vigilance in their own collections. The coin's high valuation also highlights the role of media, auctions, and collector networks in shaping market perceptions, as stories of million-dollar pennies generate buzz, inspire searches, and even lead to record-breaking sales that further cement the coin's legendary status. Importantly, the 2003 AD penny teaches valuable lessons about observation, patience, and the power of minor details, as what appears at first glance to be an ordinary coin can reveal, under careful examination, layers of history, production quirks, and market dynamics that dramatically affect its value. For aspiring collectors, this coin exemplifies the thrill of the hunt, the potential for discovery, and the intersection of chance, skill, and knowledge in numismatics. It also underscores the idea that every coin, no matter how common it seems, carries the potential for rare anomalies, reminding us to inspect coins carefully, look for subtle irregularities, and understand the technical aspects of coin production that lead to these extraordinary errors. The 2003 AD penny, with its combination of off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, planchette flaws, broad strikes, and clipped planchets, becomes more than just a monetary object. It becomes a symbol of rarity, a piece of modern minting history, a conversation starter, and an ultimate prize for collectors willing to explore the fascinating world of error coins. The allure is magnified by stories of coins being found in circulation, the excitement of auctions where bidding wars erupt over a single specimen, and the recognition that each coin's journey from mint to market is unique, unpredictable, and filled with possibilities that can create instant legends in the numismatic community. Beyond the intrinsic errors and physical characteristics, the market psychology surrounding coins like the 2003 AD penny plays a crucial role in its valuation, as collectors are not just buying metal or design, they are buying rarity, story, and the chance to own a piece of history that is simultaneously modern, mysterious, and astonishingly valuable. The convergence of technical error, rarity, condition, collector interest, and historical context has created a scenario where the 2003 AD penny, despite being minted only 2 decades ago, commands attention, respect, and a valuation that rivals the most celebrated coins of centuries past. Last 2009 AD 1 cent USA coin, where we explore the fascinating world of rare coins, their incredible values, and the intriguing stories behind them. Today we are diving into a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but holds a jaw-dropping value in the numismatic community, the 2009 AD 1 cent coin. A piece that has stunned collectors and investors alike with a value reported as high as $45 million due to a combination of errors and minting anomalies that make it one of the most sought after pennies in the world. Now, before we get into the intricate details of this remarkable coin, it's important to understand why a coin that most people see as common change can suddenly become worth a fortune. The 2009 AD penny was part of a series of coins minted to celebrate the bicentennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth and the centennial of the Lincoln cent itself, which meant that the U.S. Mint produced 4 different reverse designs representing different stages of Lincoln's life, including his birth and early childhood in Kentucky, his formative years in Indiana, his professional life in Illinois, and finally his presidency in Washington, D.C. Each of these designs was intended to be educational, commemorative, and aesthetically pleasing, but as with many coins in history, the complex minting process sometimes led to errors that would eventually create immense value. The 2009 AD penny that has reached a value of $45 million is notable not only for its rarity but also for the nature of the mistakes found on it. Collectors have reported several different types of errors, including double dies, off-center strikes, and die clashes, each of which adds to the coin's appeal and potential market value. A double die occurs when the die used to strike the coin has an unintended doubling of the design elements. This can affect letters, numbers, or even images, and in the case of the 2009 odd penny, certain examples have shown doubling of Lincoln's portrait or the inscriptions on the coin, creating a visually distinct and highly collectible error. Die clashes occur when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a planchet in between, resulting in ghost-like impressions of one side of the coin appearing on the other. In the case of the 2009 D, some coins exhibit partial images of Lincoln's profile or elements of the reverse design appearing faintly on the front, making them extremely unusual and highly desirable for collectors who specialize in error coins. Off-center strikes are another form of minting mistake that greatly increases a coin's value. When a coin is struck off-center, the design is not properly aligned with the planchet, which can result in part of the design missing entirely or squeezed to one side. For the 2009 odd penny, off-center strikes of 10% or more are considered extremely rare, and coins showing this degree of misalignment can fetch astronomical prices in the collector market. Beyond these mechanical errors, some coins have been found with die cracks, where the metal of the die itself has fractured during the striking process, leaving raised lines or imperfections on the coin surface. Die cracks add uniqueness and can significantly increase a coin's value depending on their size, location, and prominence. For the 2009 odd penny, such imperfections are considered a hallmark of its rarity. But the story does not end with the physical errors alone. The production numbers and distribution patterns of these pennies also contribute to their incredible market worth. In 2009, billions of pennies were minted, yet only a tiny fraction exhibits these specific error characteristics, meaning that collectors looking to own a coin with these anomalies face extraordinary scarcity. The combination of historical significance, artistic appeal, and manufacturing errors creates a perfect storm that drives the market value of a single penny to mind-boggling heights. Experts also point to the role of provenance in determining price. Coins that can be traced back to their original minting, or that have appeared in major numismatic auctions with proper authentication, tend to command far higher prices. For example, a certified 2009 D penny with a verified double die error and clear documentation of its rarity could sell for millions of dollars at auction, whereas an uncertified coin, even with similar visual characteristics, may not achieve the same value. This emphasizes the importance of proper grading and certification in the high-stakes world of rare coin collecting. The Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, are two of the leading authorities that assess coin quality and authenticity. Their evaluations can distinguish between a valuable error coin and an ordinary example that just happens to look slightly unusual. Additionally, collectors and investors alike are drawn to coins like the 2009 odd penny because they combine both historical and speculative appeal. On one hand, owning a coin with a minting error connects a person to the tangible history of the U.S. Mint and the story of Abraham Lincoln. On the other hand, the extreme rarity and escalating market prices create opportunities for significant financial gain, which adds a layer of excitement to the pursuit of these unique items. Many enthusiasts also speculate about the possibility of hidden treasures in circulation. It is entirely plausible that additional 2009 odd pennies with significant errors remain undiscovered in pocket change, coin rolls, or private collections. This ongoing potential discovery keeps collectors vigilant and encourages continuous research, hunting, and trading in the numismatic community. Some collectors even focus specifically on searching for coins with off-center strikes, die cracks, or doubling because of the likelihood that they might stumble upon a previously undocumented error. Each new discovery adds to the collective knowledge of what is possible and continues to fuel the market. The value of the 2009 odd penny is further enhanced by the uniqueness of the Lincoln Bicentennial series itself. The 4 different reverse designs for 2009 mean that each coin can be collected as part of a set, but when errors appear, they create an entirely new subset that is even rarer than the standard coins. Within these sets, specific coins have been documented to show extreme doubling on the inscriptions "In God We Trust" or "Liberty," slight shifts in Lincoln's facial features, and even misalignments that make each coin visually distinct. Such attributes make them highly desirable for collectors aiming to own not just a coin but a story, the story of how a single moment in the minting process can transform an ordinary penny into a multi-million-dollar treasure. Another factor contributing to the $45 million valuation is the collector psychology that values uniqueness and historical context. In a market where millions of pennies are produced every year, The ones that are flawed yet visually striking stand out and attract the attention of high-end collectors who are willing to pay extraordinary sums to secure a coin that no one else owns. In addition, media coverage and numismatic publications that highlight these coins increase their visibility, which in turn drives demand and pushes prices even higher. Auction houses often use the narrative of a coin's rarity and errors to market it, which can create bidding wars that skyrocket the final sale price. The 2009 AD penny has also been the subject of numerous case studies and collector blogs that discuss the technical aspects of minting errors. These analyses examine the specific causes of doubling, off-center strikes, and die cracks, such as die misalignment, excessive pressure during striking, or metal fatigue in the dies. Understanding these processes allows collectors to better identify valuable coins and appreciate why certain errors are so rare. The technical side of coin errors is fascinating, as even small variations in the striking process can produce dramatically different results. For instance, a slight shift in the die angle or uneven planchet thickness can lead to doubling of letters or partial impressions, and in the case of the 2009 AD penny, meticulous documentation has revealed that only a handful of coins exhibit the most pronounced forms of these errors, ensuring that the market for these coins remains highly exclusive. To add even more intrigue, there are reports of experimental or trial strikes that occasionally make their way into circulation. These coins were never intended for public release but somehow escaped from the mint. They are exceedingly rare and can command astronomical prices. Although not every 2009 AD penny falls into this category, the existence of such possibilities keeps collectors alert and adds a layer of excitement to the hunt. In conclusion, the 2009 AD 1-cent coin is a remarkable example of how a seemingly ordinary item can achieve extraordinary value when rare errors, historical significance, and market dynamics converge. From double dies to off-center strikes, die cracks, and the unique bicentennial designs, every aspect of this coin contributes to its multi-million-dollar valuation. The combination of scarcity, certification,